Today we will understand why in the previous ages, centuries ago or thousands of years ago, like Dwapar Yuga, Satya Yuga or Treta Yuga, like today, the modern technology was not made available to common public. So people today, they say that we are so advanced in technology, science, and they say that people in the past, especially in India, Bharat Bhumi, they were very primitive. There was no technology, there was no science, people living in some forest, some huts, and almost like some tribal people without proper civilization, and there were so many problems. And now in the modern day, in the last 100, 200 years, they have solved so many problems and they made our life so easy, so comfortable, and they speak as if they have solved thousands of years of problem which people were suffering. And they say that in the past, there was no technology at all. But on the contrary, we also hear sometimes from the scripture that how there were so many technologies, like there was aeroplane. In Ramayana, we read about Pushpaka Vimana, how Ravana came all the way from Lanka to India, thousands of kilometers away, and he kidnapped Sita. Right? So we hear such technologies. But then people ask, then why everybody did not have access to it? Why it was not commonly available like that? So here is the answer. We find the answer, the context. What was the meaning of science and technology? For whom it was meant? When it was given to people? What will happen to people if it is given without proper qualification? So Narada Muni is speaking to Srila Vyasadeva in Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, and he's asking, he's in fact informing Vyasadeva, Jugupsitam dharmakrite anushasataha swabhavaraktasya mahan vyatikramaha. Swabhavaraktasya. Naturally, people are interested in sense gratification, sinful activities. That's something very natural for people in the material world. Swabhava raktasya. Swabhava means natural. Raktasya means not only natural, they are already engaged in that. They are already doing it. Right? Like naturally children, they want to play. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to sit and study. Right? Naturally, they want to simply waste time and play around and all those things. So that's natural for children. And they're already playing also. So now, Srila Narada Muni is telling to Srila Vyasadeva, see, this is the situation of people in this material world. Swabhava raktasya. By swabhava, naturally, they are interested in sinful activities, papa karma. They don't care for dharmakrite anushasataha. What are the shasana? What are the instructions of dharma? They are not bothered. They are not interested. They are not following, and they are not even considering it, because naturally they are interested in sense gratification. This is how the people are. This is how, right? And Yad vakyato dharma iti ratah stitaha. And if you also encourage them by giving them such literature, by giving them literature freely, which will allow people to, come up with more and more opportunities for sense gratification, then what will happen? Na manyate tasya nivaranam janaha. Then what will people do? They will increase their sinful activities, sense gratification even more, because you are the authority and you are only giving. Just imagine if the parents also sit and play with the children instead of sending them to school. What will the children think? They think, oh, it's so nice. You see, our parents only are asking us, don't go to school, just play at home. So they will think going to school is waste. It is not needed. See, they are also playing with us. They are also encouraging us to play. So we'll also play. So what Bhagavad Gita says in the 4th chapter, yad yad acharati shrestha tad tad evetaro janaha. What great people do, what senior people do, what leaders do, common people will follow that. Right? So like parents are leaders for children. Like that, the sages, the great rishis like Vyasadeva, are so many sages, right? We read that such and such sage, has figured out in such and such some samhita or some shastra, you say, how they had already described how to make electric battery. In some other scripture we read how it was already Vimana Shastra was described and all those things. But it was not given to common people. Like today, it is freely available for everybody, right? Communication technology, commutation technology, so many nanotechnology, quantum physics, everything is available to everybody. But in the Vedic culture, it was there and it was not made available to everybody. So it looks like, because it was not available to everybody, so it looks like as if there was no technology in the past, as if there was no science in the past. There was science, there was technology, but Narada Muni is requesting Srila Vyasadeva, please don't make it commonly available to this foolish people. Why? Because already they are interested in sinful activities, sense gratification, and if you give all these things to them, what will they do? They will increase their sinful activities even more. And here in the purport, and here in various other verses, Narada Muni gives total 6 reasons. How many reasons? 6 reasons why this kind of science, technology, such facilities, such information and knowledge should not be given to common people. He's giving 6 reasons. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam, he's saying that Tato anyatha kinchan yad vivakshataha पृथक दृशस्तत्कृत रूपर नामभिः न कर्हिचित् क्वापि च दुःखिता मतिर् लभेत व्यताहत नौर इवाप्सुदम्. He is giving a wonderful example. Imagine there is one boat or a ship traveling in the ocean, and one very big wind will come, or what is that called, cyclone, or some hurricane will come and hit the ship in the ocean. So what will happen to the ocean? The ship will sink and everything will be destroyed. So Narada Muni is saying, our situation, the situation of the common people is like that. They are in the ship in the ocean, Bhavasagara. Already you are in a dangerous place. In the ocean, any moment you can drown. Nobody can come and save you in the ocean. Impossible. Right? So here he is saying, now, nave, nava means in Sanskrit, boat or ship. And if you allow people with more sense gratification opportunities, with more science, more technology, which encourages sense gratification without proper training, without proper qualification, it will be like one big cyclone and one big hurricane coming and attacking the ship. Over. Finished. Then you will, for sure, you will die. So, you are an authority. You are a responsible person. Please don't encourage people by giving pravritti marga, by giving them this kind of a literature, this kind of information that increases their materialistic tendency. Because the only goal of life, we read in purport, the only goal of life is actually go back to home, go back to Goloka Vrindavana. That is the only goal. Dharmai ekantasya. The only goal of the dharma is actually we should go back to Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavan. But instead of that, if you give all these things to people, they will be busy here only doing sense gratification. You see, nowadays people say, oh, see, so much advancement, so much science, technology. Today with science and technology, we can talk to people who are in America. So immediately we can talk. But unfortunately, we are not talking to our own people inside our home. You are so happy that see our science and technology, with that we can talk to people in Delhi, we can talk to people in America, France, London. See how much technology has improved us. Okay, science and technology has made you speak people who are thousands of kilometers away. But are you able to speak those who are in your own home? One person is in one room, another person is another room, and 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, sometime 1 week, 1 month, they don't speak. Or they don't know what to speak also. Even if they see each other's face, they're blank. And they say, look at this technology, social media, internet. Because of that, whole world is connected. Global village. They say that whole globe, the whole world has become one village. Village means what? You know everything. You know the boundary. You know everybody in village. So they say whole world has become one village. So I can sit here, make friendship with somebody, Australia, here, that, this and all. Do you have proper relationship, first of all, in your own family? In your own, among relatives? Today we are talking about sending friend request to unknown people. But do you have proper relationship with known people, with your existing family? See today how the people have lost this common sense because of Kali Yuga. Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha. We have lost our intelligence and we behave like less intelligent people. We are so excited that social media is making me make friendship, connecting me with so many people. Right? But are you connecting with your own people? Are you talking to them first of all? How much are you talking to your own people? Today people are so busy. So earlier people were sitting together and having breakfast, sitting together and having lunch. Everybody sitting together and having dinner. Today everybody is in their own room watching some Netflix on their mobile or something and having separate. So that the so-called your science and technology has separated people. How many people have come together? Now somebody may say, oh, how can you say this? With science and technology, you're printing Srimad Bhagavatam. With science and technology, you're doing Zoom call and giving Bhagavatam class, all these things. Without science and technology also it was happening. It is not that when science and technology was not there, Srimad Bhagavatam was not there only. When Vyasadeva wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, there was no paper, there were no books, there was no printing technology. Does it mean that people were unaware of Srimad Bhagavatam? Today, people have to search on internet some small common things to tell some story, some ordinary story from Ramayana, Mahabharata. They don't know. They have to search on the internet. When this so-called internet was not there, our parents, our grandparents and all, they would tell from their own memory. They needed internet to search story and tell. It was just there on their top of their mind. So this idea that if technology and science was not there, so life was something very bad and now it has come and life is so great, which is not true. They say, see, I have an app. We have developed an app. This app will analyze how many carbs you are eating. How many, so many, nowadays is crazy. There are so many ads telling that you should eat 100 gram carbs and some 200 gram fat and this and that. They calculate and eat like that. Earlier, people were not calculating like this. There was no requirement of calculating like this. They would eat sufficiently, they would not fall sick. Obesity is a new age problem. Diseases that we are seeing, they're all new age problem. So those days, this problem itself was not there because people are working nicely. Now today, whole day, they brought technology. After the technology has come, people have become lazy because they don't have to do any work. And because they don't have to do any work, they're getting diseases. They're developing obesity. They're developing depression because they don't know engagement. No, the mind is idle. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. It will not leave you peaceful. It will create innumerable problem and you go through depression. Today they say that 7 on 10 in India, people are going through depression. So like this, and they say, see, because of now technology, we are traveling. See how unfortunate. Every unfortunate thing, foolishly in Kali Yuga, people think that's very fortunate. Why you have to go so far? For what purpose? Why should somebody go far, far like this? What is the reason? Why should anybody go so far? You ask your grandparents, they lived in their own place. Their parents lived in the same place. Their parents lived in the same place. Nobody went anywhere. Now everybody has to go. My hometown is somewhere. I have to leave that and go somewhere else, some another 500 kilometer, 1000 kilometer, just for what? Some small life. You know, some video I saw on Instagram. Somebody is saying, in Mumbai is saying, Mumbai mein ghar chahiye, aa jao, dikha dunga. You know, you have seen those famous videos. And small place it is. It's so small. And that person is glorifying that. Hey, dekho, you know, a window, like this, such ones, 6x4 size it is. And he's saying that Mumbai mein Alishan bungalow jaisa hai, like, for what? Is this a result of science and technology? Science and technology is not bad. Nobody is speaking against science and technology. But for whom it should be given? When it should be given? That is what Narada Muni is discussing with Srila Vyasadeva. Because science and technology has increased people greed, people sense gratification. Today, you see, with all the science and technology, what we have done, we have polluted this world more and more. 100, 200 years back, this world was much more cleaner. Today, the weathers are all disturbed. Seasons are disturbed. Now, the rainy seasons are all fully disturbed. Either it will rain before the rainy season, or it will come after the rainy season, or during the rainy season it rains so much that you see what is happening in Himachal Pradesh. Everything is breaking down, everything is collapsing. Somewhere there is no water, there is no rain. Somewhere there is so much of rain. Why? Because we have polluted our atmosphere. We have created so much pollution. You go in all the places, you see so much of plastic. So much of plastic, so much of garbage, so much of dirty thing. Just go and see how much. They say that Yamuna river, the moment it enters Delhi, it is declared dead. What is the meaning of dead river? Anybody knows? There is no oxygen in the water. They say that, okay, even if pollution is there, how much is tolerable? They say, let's say 50. Number, some calculation is there. The amount of pollution that is there in the Yamuna river now is 5,000, not even 50, it's not 500. It is 5,000. That means the life cannot exist in that water. That much we have polluted. Why? Because you have created so much technology. What do you mean by technology? Means more factories. More factories means more and more production. Why you need more and more production? Why do we need so many factories? You see, with one slipper, 1 year I can roam around. But now that factories have come, they will produce more and more shoes, more and more slipper, and tell you, come buy, come buy. Because you produce more in number, the price will come down. The cost will come down. The point is, you can produce so many. The number is too big. And because you produce in mass, the cost will come down. So now they want you to purchase that. They will say, oh, this is for my Sunday dress, I have a matching slipper. This is for my weekend. This is for festival. This is for that. So that each one of you can have some 10 set. So that much pollution will create, no? So what are we doing with all those things? So now to purchase the 10 shoes, to purchase 10 set of dress, I have to earn that much money. To earn that much money, I have to travel far. I have to be busy somewhere else, night shift, somewhere else, do all those things. So finally, by giving this kind of knowledge, which is very, very powerful knowledge, science and technology is a powerful knowledge. By giving that powerful knowledge, which is actually, which empowers and enables people, to common people who are like childish, who are not spiritually trained, by giving them what has happened, So, Narada Muni is saying, Jugupsitam. It is condemned. We should not give this. Narada Muni is not saying there should be no science, there should be no technology, there should be no advancement. That is not what he is saying. He is saying don't give to common people. Just like military has got much more advanced technology with them. Does it mean they will go and share that with all the common people? No, they will maintain that secrecy. They will not go and share that with everybody. They use so much of science and technology with them. But that is reserved only for some purpose. What is that purpose? Protecting our country. See how unfortunate. Today what we have done, there is some, imagine there is some oil item, fry item. What is that? Bhaji or what is that? Some vada or something you have made. And your children have got some typhoid, some fever, something like that. And the mother has hidden it. Why she is hiding it? Because the children are naturally inclined to eat all those things. Or imagine mother has made some ice creams and all that. And children have got fever and runny nose and all that. So children are naturally inclined to eat ice cream. And mother has hidden that ice cream. She has made it not visible, not commonly available. Now the children are crying, oh, we want ice cream. The mother is saying, no, it's not there. Now somebody will come and open all the doors of the fridge and everywhere and come and start distributing everywhere. And they say, see, we made so much advancement. Something was there and now we are giving to everybody. See how everybody is enjoying eating ice cream. Yes, they are eating ice cream and after that their fever is increasing. After that they are admitted in the hospital. After that some organs are failing and something else is happening. So people are diseased with kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Like you see, why factories are increasing everywhere? Greed, lobha. And because of the factories, the rivers are getting polluted. Air is getting polluted. You see, every time they announce, they say that, the Delhi is the number one polluted city. Beijing is the number one polluted city. What do you mean by polluted city? Means you get breathing issues. You can't breathe, you get asthma and you fall sick. You develop so many diseases. And they say that if you stay in Delhi 15 years before only you will die. 15 years of your ayu will come down because it is so dangerous air pollution there. Much more that is Beijing, like this, they have a list of cities like that. So why it is happening? People are polluting all that with greed, with science, technology. They don't know how to use that. And with all this internet, so much of illicit affairs are increasing. What is that illicit affair? You make social media. On the social media, you also have an anonymity. You don't have to tell your name. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to tell where are you from. But you can send some request to some people, man, woman, whoever it is, and make some illicit affair proposals to them. And they will also agree. Some secret meeting, everything secrecy, some incognito mode and this and that, encrypted technology. So people have got so much confidence. What is that? You can lock your chart and end-to-end encryption and you can hide and incognito mode. So people know I can do anything. What is that anything? Is that something very good thing? If it is good thing, why you have to hide? You should do that for everybody, so that people also get inspired. If it is some good work, why you have to lock your chat? If it is some Bhagavad Gita, some other, good conversation you're doing. So why you have to lock that chat and keep? You should open this to everybody. Because it is illicit. Because it is something unacceptable and you still want to do, and this technology will encourage that. You do it. No problem. We have encrypted it. Nobody will come to know. You can lock it. So the point here is that this knowledge, the Vedas has two types of knowledge. Pravritti and Nivrutti. That which encourages the material propensities. With all the facilities, you can stay in the material world. At the same time, sometimes some discouragement is also there. That is called Nivrutti marga. So Narada Muni is requesting Srila Vyasadeva that please write. Actually, this conversation is before Bhagavatam was written. So Narada Muni is telling Vyasadeva that please write something that discourage people. Number one. Number two is it will make them qualified. Not just discourage. It will make people finally qualified. And when they are qualified, they can use all these things. See, this is the verse he says. Interestingly, he says that Vichakshano asyarti veditum vibhor anantaparasya nivritim sukham. He's saying that, oh my dear Vyasadeva, if you give Srimad Bhagavatam, if you promote bhakti, that bhakti will teach people self-control. That bhakti will make people qualified. That you should give. Please don't give this knowledge. Because Vyasadeva is the source of all the knowledge. He is the authority for every type of knowledge. So Narada Muni is requesting Vyasadeva that please give first of all such knowledge by getting which people become qualified. They become qualified. And when they are qualified, they will know how to use everything. For what purpose to use. Without giving this knowledge, if you only give that other knowledge, people are naturally inclined. Swabhava raktasya. Vyatikramaha. They will not care for anything. Isn't it? So Narada Muni is telling, it is like, one boy, small boy, Papa, he has fallen into the well. Those days there used to be a well, ground well, right? You go some 30, 40 deep, right? One well is there. And he's crying, Papa, Mummy, mujhe save karo, koi aakar mujhe bahar utha lo, like this. The boy is crying. He's fallen into that. The father is calling somebody, sir, come here. And giving one stick, go inside and beat my son. Why he is fallen inside? He said, Papa, first of all, he has fallen. On top of that, he requires help. So instead of giving him help, why you are beating him? That is not help. So Narada Muni is telling Vyasadeva is like that. We are already fallen into this samsara. We are struggling, falling into this, well, Grahamandha Kupa, we are already suffering. And if you give that so-called knowledge to everybody, it is like actually not helping them. It is actually beating them. Take another example. Some boy, out of play has climbed the tree. And dhadar, he has fallen from the tree branch and he has broken his leg, Papa. He is not able to stand. And the father is coming and beating him. Why did you climb the tree? How does it, Papa, now help that person? Now what he requires is support to stand up. So the point is that by giving this knowledge, by giving science and technology before people are qualified, before people are trained, is nothing but punishing them. Is nothing but making them do more problematic things in their life. So what Narada Muni is saying is that, he's saying, my dear Vyasadeva, please don't give this knowledge to one and all, to common people. Number one reason, it will create havoc in the common people life. It will create havoc. The example Narada Muni gives is, the ship which is traveling in the ocean is hit by cyclone, it is hit by hurricane, or it is hit by strong winds. It will create so much havoc. It can topple, it can sink. So this knowledge, these facilities, if you freely give without qualification, it can create problems. Number one, which we can see already happening, right? What is happening? What is happening? People are suffering. Everywhere people are suffering. So small kids addicted to gaming. And there are people, they are so much addicted to gaming, they want to now play the game, bet in the game. So they are killing the father, killing the mother for not giving the money. They want money to go and play some addictive games and online games, and the parents are not giving. Sometimes these people are even murdering the parents, stealing, so addicted. Just see this. So many illicit affairs have increased because of all these things. The whole world has become so disturbed with social media notification, constant this one. So, Narada Muni giving first reason, please don't encourage common people to get access for this science and technology, this kind of facilities, because it will create havoc in their life. Second reason, he's saying that you are an authority. What you do, what you allow, set the standard for everybody. If you allow, people will take advantage. They will think this is common. You see, the scientists who are they? They are actually authorities. They are leaders in the society. They should be careful. Government, parents, scientists, they're all leaders. What they do, what they freely give, it will encourage the remaining people. So you freely discover some science and technology and facility, and without discrimination, you distribute to everybody. People will take it and do more, because you as a leader who is supposed to set standard, you're only doing it. So Narada Muni is telling, my dear Vyasadeva, you are the authority. So because you are the authority for all the knowledge, if you give freely, then so many people will later come and develop it more. And they'll say, Vyasadeva allowed it, so we are also allowing it. So they will quote. So we should be very careful. There are so many good parents. They say that we don't give any smartphone to our children. So many parents are like that. They don't give any smartphone to their children, no matter what it is. In fact, there are some parents, they don't even have TV in their home, even in today's world. They say, we don't want our children to watch all these things. Leave. If you want, he should go out, play, come back, we will tell stories and all. Some parents are very judicious. They say, okay, once in a week, I'll give you half an hour TV or half an hour this one. So, he is asking Vyasadeva to be like that. Be careful, because you are authority. The third reason, he's saying that if you give Srimad Bhagavatam, that will make people purify their heart. Once their heart becomes purified by hearing about the Supreme Lord, the glories of the Supreme Lord, that kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, the effect will come down, then they become qualified. And once they become qualified, they develop right attitude, right direction, how to use, like Srila Prabhupada. How Srila Prabhupada, Mahabhagavata, Paramahamsa devotee, he showed that how this whole science and technology can be used for so much of positive purpose. Why? Because once you know the direction of your life, the goal of your life, when they are not fully ready for it, you give internet to small children. You don't know what and all they'll do with that. So we have to be very careful. That is the third reason, right? The fourth reason, very interesting reason Narada Muni gives. He says that, which very easily we can understand, that if you give this kind of a pravritti marga, or sense gratification opportunities through science, technology, facilities to people, they'll become so busy with that. And they think we are making advancement, we are building a 100-floor, some tower we are building, and we are doing some boring company, we'll go 1,000 kilometer, we'll cover in 1 hour only. All these things, they will be busy. They'll be so busy. And when they die, all their hard work will become zero. It is a big loss finally. It's a big loss for the human life. Because the human life is meant for what? It is meant for achieving moksha. It is meant for developing Krishna prema, Krishna bhakti, going back to Krishna. Instead of being busy there and they become fully busy with this. Just you see, nowadays you ask people, why don't you chant Hare Krishna mantra? Time nahi hai Prabhuji. Why don't you read Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam? Time nahi hai Prabhuji. So time nahi hai. That means you are so busy. No problem, very good. You are a very busy man. But that so busy you are doing, na, will it give you any result? Will it give you any result so that you can be satisfied? See, I was so busy. Because of that, I earned this much so that it is with me, so that I'm safe. No! Shrama eva hi kevalam. Everything will become on great waste at the end. People will become so busy with all the science, technology, facility, modern this, that. And what will they do? They will waste everything, the human form of life. On the contrary, the fourth reason Narada Muni says, if you give Bhagavata Vidhi, the devotional lifestyle to people, and if they try there, even if they fail, even if they don't complete it, what will happen? No loss. Narada Muni is saying, Tektva swadharmam charanam bhujam Hare. Those who are engaged in serving the lotus feet of Hare, right? Bhajan apakvopi, but they couldn't complete it. For some reason, they got distracted or whatever happened, they couldn't complete it, right? They did some mistake or whatever. Atha patet tatoyat. Patet, pataha means fall down. Couldn't complete it, right? Yatra kwa, he says, va abhadram abhut amushyakim. He says, there is no loss. There is no loss in this. Imagine a scientist, Nobel Prize winner. He did so much, right? So many technology developed, some new jet or boring company developed so that people are now able to travel. In 1 hour, they will reach Delhi from here and all that. And when he dies, when he is born in his next life, will he have any benefit? Oh, in the previous life, he was a boring company owner. So at least he should be given some free travel ticket. Nothing. Everything will be zero. Everything would have come back to zero. One earthquake, your all company will collapse. Everything you have to start from zero again. But when it comes to bhakti, what will happen? Narada Muni says, if you give that kind of a encouragement, that kind of a civilization, society, what will happen? They will continue to keep growing life after life, life after life. Like Krishna says, what is that? Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. Bahunam janma, many janma you are making progress and it keeps growing that account. That account will never become zero. And in the 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Partha naiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate. E Partha, vinashasna vidyate. There is no vinasha in this way of life. See, that is why in India, our sages, the Rishi, Muni, Acharyas, what kind of lifestyle they gave to common people? They gave that lifestyle by following which we are happy, we are peaceful, we have enough time to do spirituality, and whatever you are making, first of all, you will get moksha. If in case if you couldn't complete it, next life you can continue. But now the so-called spiritually uneducated scientists and other people have come and they have given us science and technology and kept everybody busy. From morning till night, people are busy. And what is the result of that? What is the result of that? Whatever efforts they are putting now, it will be zero in the next life. Nothing will continue. So that is a fourth reason that Narada Muni is saying. That what is that? This so-called science, technology, facilities to common people who are not spiritually trained, who are not qualified, if they get access to that, they'll become so busy. They will waste their time. They'll be busy, but it will not give any benefit. But on the contrary, if they're engaged in spiritual activities, they will be busy in spiritual activities, and even if they don't complete, even if they fall down, but still there is no loss, everything will continue. And the fifth reason Narada Muni gives. What is that fifth reason? He says, Tasyaiva heto prayateta kovida. With means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. Kovida. Kovida means the most intelligent person. One who knows all the knowledge. So Narada Muni is saying, Prayateva kovida. That intelligent person who has all this knowledge, Prayateva, prayatna. What do you mean by prayatna? Efforts. The intelligent person put efforts where? In that pravritti or nivrutti. He'll put efforts in the nivrutti marga. Because he is intelligent. He knows in my next life it will continue. It will take me towards my moksha. It will get me rid of all my suffering, my sinful activities. It will give me relief from all my suffering problems. So better I should be busy here. So prayatneta kovida. Intelligent people are busy doing this kind of activities. Na labhyate yad brahmatam uparyadaha. Na labhyate. No labha. There is no benefit of Brahmatam uparyadaha. This is a very, very interesting Sanskrit word. The meaning is that this materialistic people are so busy and they are like, rotating continuously like this. Like, child is sitting on the goda. Have you seen that? It will be doing like this. So busy all day it is sitting and doing like this. By doing like this, do you think, at least by doing all day like this from here to Mumbai it has reached? Will it reach like that? That is the meaning of Brahmatam Uparai Adaha. They are so busy, but they are not reaching anywhere. But on the contrary, intelligent people, Kovida Prayateta, they are also busy, but they are reaching Krishna. They are reaching moksha. So, Narada Muni says, Tallabhate dukkhavat anyatha sukham. That Bhagavata style of civilization, life that Vyasadeva should give, so that it will give free from all the dukkha. And it will actually give sukha. On the contrary, the so-called this life with all this facility, everybody has got all types of facility, whether you are qualified or not qualified. They will only get dukkha. Kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. And the last one, the sixth reason that Sri Narada Muni gives is that Navai jano jatu kathanu chana. He says, Kathanu chanavrajain mukunda sevvai anvayad anga samshrutim. Those you should create a life in such a way that finally mukunda sevaya happens. Why is called mukunda? Because he gives mukti. Finally, our life should be such that it should give us mukti. Mukunda sevaya. Smaran. It should give me, my lifestyle should be such that smaraha, the remembrance of Mukunda, remembrance of Narayana, remembrance of Krishna should increase. That kind of a lifestyle is what Vyasadeva should give. So, you see, this is the mood of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the mood of Narada Muni. This is the mood of our ancient sages. They were very careful, they were very concerned, they were very considerate, and they were very sensitive. They always encouraged advancement of knowledge. The Bharata, the definition of this country, Bharata, Bhaya Rataha iti Bharata. What is the meaning of that? Bhaya means light, enlightenment, knowledge. A country, the place of knowledge. If at all there is some place which is known for knowledge, that is Bharat Bhumi. All kind of knowledge, all types of knowledge. Science, technology, Vimana Shastra, Ayurveda, so many types of knowledge. Kanva Siddhanta, the atomic knowledge, Kanadarshi is given, Vaishishaka Shastra, Kanadarshi, all types of knowledge is there. But it was not developed and made so irresponsibly available to common public. It was developed, but it was given only to those who are qualified. And if unqualified people get access to that, what will happen? We see that in Ramayana. That Pushpaka Vimana was with Ravana. So what did he use that Vimana for? He used that Vimana to come and kidnap Mother Sita. You see what these unqualified people do with science and technology? That's why what did Rama do? He went and killed that fellow and took that Pushpaka Vimana. So this is how the thinking is. God and his devotees, acharyas, Their thinking is never to stop science and technology. Science and technology has always been there. But it was not commonly available like this. Not like you can go on smoking, and when you smoke and you come to me, I am doctor, I'll give you some treatment. First of all, our culture, our civilization will tell you to control your desire to smoke. Why should you even smoke? They don't even they don't even encourage that. Not that you do any nonsense, and we have developed some science. We will do some CT scanning. We will send some endoscopy so that it will go inside and tell where and all damages happen. And then I'll do again repair, and again you go and again you smoke. This is irresponsible. They have all the information. They have all that facilities, science, technology, but only qualified people. Qualified people. People like Ravana, unqualified people who are representatives of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Another example in Mahabharata. Somebody may ask this question. Anyway, Arjuna knows Brahmastra, no? One Brahmastra is enough to kill all the Kauravas. The day one just release one Brahmastra and finish the war. Why you are fighting 18 days? Why you are individual? Because look at them. If you read Mahabharata, you will see when that knowledge, when the technology, when that science was taught to that person, he also has to take one pratignya, oath. Along with that, not just simply taking pratigya, also have to follow that. What is that? I will not release this weapon to a person who does not know that weapon. What does it mean? I should use this weapon only with a person who also knows how to use that weapon, so that he has a fair opportunity to counteract it. Not that I have got, like today you see how demonic civilization it is. America developed atomic bomb. That time Japan did not have atomic bomb. They brought that atomic bomb and they dropped it on that country and created such destruction. Even today there are so many consequences because of that. Where is the sense of responsibility? Where is the sense of sensitivity? Among anybody, I develop some technology, I develop some weapon, I will go and attack somebody who does not even have that. Or I will keep on scaring the people with that. See, I will drop atomic bomb on you, I'll drop atomic bomb on you, and I'll bully them. I will do some geopolitics with them, pressurize them to agree for unfair trade agreements and all that. So the Vedic civilization was a very responsible civilization. Just like Arjuna had to take that oath and not to release those weapons with others who do not have that knowledge. That's why they were not releasing. Arjuna released Brahmastra on Ashwathama, who also knew how to deal with Brahmastra. It is one second job for Arjuna to release Brahmastra and kill all the Kauravas. Why they have to fight so much? Because this was a kind of upbringing they had. Knowledge, technology of Brahmastra comes with responsibility, comes with sensitivity. Not just like that was given. So this is the unfortunate situation today that we are all seeing. It's very nice that we have science, technology, but it is given to unqualified people. When you are qualified, you should get it. You should use it. You can use all that for your spiritual life. Make your life happy, but not otherwise. So this conversation between Narada and Vyasadeva tell us the mood, reasons, and their thinking in those days, why that knowledge was reserved only for those who deserve. Reservation for those who deserve, those who are qualified, not for everybody. It's not open to all. So with this, we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.